Isaiah Huus is a game breaker.
Huus finds a crease again, and there goes Huus.
You don't have to say anything to him. He's a kid that's unbelievable, self-motivated kid that works hard.
Huus running over a defender for a first down.
I wouldn't want to tackle him for 4 quarters.
The shortest path from backfield to the end zone is a straight line. But ironically, Isaiah's surge to stardom at Bismarck High has plenty of turns. As a freshman, Huus was a Holstein. He played a key role helping New Salem Glen Ullin reach the 9-man state championship game where they lost to Thompson.
I got some snaps in at running back with, there's a couple other seniors. They played too, so it was me, 2 seniors, and then I also played some middle linebacker and all special teams.
The next year would be full of movement as Isaiah attended Mandan High for about a month in the spring before his mom got a job in Bismarck, and he settled in to becoming a Demon for his sophomore year. It's when he arrived at BHS that he found a coach that suited his style.
He loves running the football hard, running and pounding the football, so I think that's kind of my scheme and stuff, just running the football hard, and I think it fits in pretty good.
We had a senior tailback, and we thought he was going to be the guy, and we were going to put Huus at fullback. And it took us about 3 games to figure out where he belonged. It's actually the Mandan game is probably one of our first conference games. We made the switch and put him back there, and haven't looked back since.
Now game's on the line, and the ball is in the hands of Huus, and Huus is going to take it to the house.
I've always kind of been, I think, a hard runner. I think I've become a little better receiving back, kind of catch a little better this year.
He's definitely a kid that pretty much fell from the sky for us, and we're very grateful because I don't think we would have won a lot of games that we did win without him.
Huus ended up rushing for over 1,000 yards as a sophomore and followed that up by leading the state in rushing as a junior with nearly 1,300 rushing yards and 21 touchdowns. But it's how the season finished that put a cloud over everything. Huus played through a knee injury for most of his junior year, and following the regular season finale against Century, things turned from bad to worse.
I think it was that Wednesday, I got really sick. I got a fever, I got the chills, body aches. I went into my trainer and she said, you should probably go to the ER doctor because I had my high temp, and they said my knee was infected. And then I'm like, okay, well, I could still play. And they were like, yeah, you could play. They'll just put me on some antibiotics. So I was kind of hyped up, and then a doctor came in like a few minutes later and said, no, we got to admit you. You have to have surgery right in the morning. So that was kind of heartbreaking.
The state's most explosive offensive player could only watch from home as the Demons narrowly beat West Fargo in the quarterfinal round.
That part was really cool to see. It was a good game too. It was, I think, a 1-score game. And then it sucked sitting from home watching on my couch. I wanted to be there every second. And then that game they lost, it was heartbreaking. It's hard to see. I wanted to go and travel with them and watch, but I just wasn't feeling the greatest, so it really sucked.
Isaiah continued to rehab and was cleared to wrestle just before the finish of the season. He competed in just 3 matches in the regular season, but successfully repeated as individual state wrestling champ, claiming the 195-pound title.
I love wrestling. I've wrestled since I was 3, so 15 years. Wrestling's always been one of my top sports, that and football.
And now it's back to football season, where no matter the year, the Demons have high expectations.
I know we got a young team, but I think we'll do good.